Welcome in RGC. Just gonna put together another video for you guys. Finally, it's been a long time, but finally we are mining in 25. Right here we have Sluicifer, Conveyor, and a hopper feeder. Finally all together, ready to be tested for the public. We've been doing some extreme testing over the last week or so. It's been kind of pushed back on when I was going to hopefully get it to you guys, but I wanted to make sure it was done right. PD's been putting a lot of work into this, getting our feedback and changing and making things correct. We've had some issues with getting Terraform into the game and getting Material Processor into the game, and I gotta thank Essex for putting all that together with the Sci-Fold modding. Terraform is an unbelievable mod which allows you to dig the terrain and choose the material you want, and the Material Processor allows this mobile wash plant and a lot of other mods that we've been working on, and interactive controls all work together to be able to do this. So yeah, I think Essex a lot. Thank PDJ for putting these models, bringing them from models and into the game for RGC. Definitely has been a big step up for RGC when it comes to the mining equipment. Instead of doing placeables and whatnot, we can now hook up to a wash plant, drag it to site, drag these conveyor belts, and interact with it with just pushing buttons and keeping it as realistic as possible, which is awesome. So thanks PDJ, thanks Essex. So here we go. I'm just going to run through this super fast, just to give you guys an idea of how these run. We try to make it as simple as possible, so it's not too complex. It is something new that people in the community are not going to be used to. It's using IC. You also can jump in it like a vehicle, but IC, I believe, will be the most realistic way of doing it. And IC is interactive control, so there's buttons that you can push on the outside of the machine to turn it on, make things run. So here we go. First thing we're going to start off with is a hopper feeder. We're going to get that running. Here at the control panel, you can see that we have an engine, a fold, some anchors, some lights, and discharge. Okay, very simple to get this thing to run. We're going to turn on the engine. Just click that key when it highlights it. Right now, it looks like it's anchored to be run, but the fold button will allow you to fold for a transport. This will lower the fifth wheel, get access to hook up to a trailer, or you can fold it to be secure, more secure. The best way to secure this bad boy is by anchoring it. This right here is just another little reinforcement button. When that light is light up, you're anchored to the ground. You can bump into it with your wheel loader and it will not move. Lights, obviously straightforward lights. Discharge, very and simple. That light, when that's lit up, we are now discharging material, just like that. Okay, now onto the conveyor, the hopper conveyor. This is very similar to what Parker uses in Gold Rush, the super stacker conveyor. This is not a double conveyor, it's a single, but it does fold out and stretch it quite a ways, so it's perfect for what we're using it for. Same as the hopper feeder, you're going to fire her up. If you want, you can see that it's folded up at this point. We got it in place pretty close to where we need it, and then we're going to hit the unfold button. That lowers it down to the ground and extends out, reaches out. Beautiful. Plenty of height. You can jump in and lower it down if you like so. Just hit E, jump in. We can lower it down into place to where we like it. Hit E to jump back out, and same as the other one. We're just gonna turn on the conveyor belts, right? The green light's gonna turn on. Conveyor is gonna fire up, and now we need a little material, and she'll be going to the plant. But we're going to fire the plant up first, right? So we can process that material. First things first, here is the key. It's right where the engine port is. If you want to open up the engine port to look at it, you can do that there. But this is the key. Fire up. It's already unfolded. You'll find that you need to have the empty material. We've already ran some material through this in our testing, so we have some concentrate in here and some leftover tailings and whatnot. But when it's empty, you can unfold it. The fold plant button right here will be lit up when it's empty, and you just hit that and you unfold it. These anchors, it's actually pressed in. You can see the button is pressed in. No, it's not. You can see the button is now pressed in for the anchor. Exactly what it does. It just anchors it in place. So you're not going to slide around or bump into it when you're taking your coarse tailings, and move the plant. Alright, so the next thing that you can do is you want to choose your material for what the plant can process. You can process dirt and pay dirt. So this button here will open up that menu, and it's already set to process dirt, but you can process pay dirt. Sorry, you can process regular dirt. When you process regular dirt, you're going to get a lot less concentrate from that. So make sure to keep it more realistic. Again, we do the overburden for roleplay. We can run dirt through it just to get rid of it. It's going to take a while to get any concentrate, but processed pay dirt is obviously your best bet to get more concentrate back. Alright, so those are lights, I believe. And next thing is we want to fire up the conveyors. This will turn on the plant itself, being the discharge basically. So this allows the material to be discharged, and your shaker deck and everything will fire up the whole entire plant. And your alarms will be going off and all that stuff when you turn that on. So now your water is running, everything is flowing, your belt will be discharging when you run the material. Keep in mind that this alarm will be going off, and lights will be flashing if you have a low number of material in the plant. So as long as you're keeping the hopper feeder fed and full, this light will turn off basically. So that is basically it. Pretty simple. Turn it on, straightforward. Turn the conveyors on. Same thing with the plant. Turn on your conveyors. Turn on your shaker deck. Make sure it's running. Make sure you choose your material, and then run your pay. I don't have any pay stocked up here, so I have a bucket I can just throw in real quick. And we're off. We're not lined up with that over there, which happens. It should be lined up, but apparently not. Of course, I have to do this while you're testing it, right? Let me turn this one on and off. Sometimes if you cycle through the discharge, yeah, that's all it took. So, saw it firsthand. If it doesn't discharge automatically, it took us too long before we put material in there, and this needs to be re-triggered. Turn it on and off, and bada bing. So I kind of recommend maybe going the opposite direction, turn your wash plant on before you get ready to run the pay. Glad you guys got to see that, because that could happen. In the game, you're like, well, it's not working. But yeah, just flick it on and off, and that will work. Again, there's going to possibly be small bugs. This is all new IC particular processor. It's pretty high-tech mods, and there may be some small little bugs here and there. Just make sure to report them in our Discord. and we'll try to address them as soon as possible. But we're feeling pretty comfortable that they're going to run fairly smooth. We've been testing it like crazy, and hopefully you guys enjoy them. Make sure to like, follow, and see you in the Discord.